You just heard the national anthem from the Penns Valley High School Band. Good evening and welcome to Penns Valley as the Bearcats get ready to take on the Penns Valley Rams. Both teams are coming in tonight 0-1 record. Huntingdon last week dropping a 32-8 game against Mount Union. Penns Valley dropping a 54-14 loss against Richland. Jim, this is a series that you're familiar with. This is one of those winnable games on the schedule for the Bearcats that you'd like to see Huntington come out and rebound against.
Both teams are very young right now, so it should be an interesting game. As we used to say in the old days, the biggest improvement that you make is between week 1 and week 2. So I like to think that the Bearcats can make some kind of improvement, starting with the snap back to the quarterback. Now, don't try to get too tricky with the offense.
Last week, speaking of the offense, Lincoln Miller ran for 55 yards. He was the leading ground carrier for the Bearcats. Eric Micah threw for 47. And Huntington was actually in the ball game 12-8 at the half. But Mount Union came out, 85-yard touchdown run to begin the second half, and then looked at 20 unanswered points and had to put that game away. But Huntington never really got going offensively last week. Only gained 62 yards on the ground, had 52 through the air. They will look to try to right that ship tonight. Conversely, for the Rams from Penns Valley, they were kind of in the same boat. They played a really tough Richland team out of the Laurel Highlands Conference and lost 54-14. They scored those 14 points in the fourth quarter as Richland went out to a 54-0 lead. They were led by senior Todd Watson, ran for 43 to lead the Rams last week. So not a lot of offense for the Rams last week against Richland, not a lot of offense for the Bearcats last night against Trojans. Both teams will look to rebound this week to get that going as we head into week 2 of the high school football season. Jim, what do you see as the keys to the game for the Bearcats this season?
They start executing, handing the ball off, getting 3 here, 4 there. Right now, they got to start at ground level. And the plus for Huntington is they're very young. Steele was still throwing the ball. Lincoln Miller. It gives you 2. But we'll have to see what Coach Thomas had in mind with regard to Micah does throw a decent ball for a freshman, but both teams are looking at where are they going to be in a year or 2 from now.
Right. Defensively for the Bearcats, Ashton Steele kind of led the defense a little bit there with 2 interceptions. That big one coming at the end of the second quarter, which was a 34-yarder that put Huntington down to the 1-yard line to help them cash in on their early score of the evening. Mason Summers and Gunnar Singleton also contributed with 8 tackles in the game. Employees that are fully insured. McGraw Contracting is well aware that customer satisfaction is directly proportional to success in the field, and also Burns Mechanical. One call for writing mechanical service needs. For commercial kitchen, laundry, schools, television set, there's nothing wrong with your TV. We kind of are up here in Penn, limited reception on how we're going to try to run things. So if you're during our broadcast, no worries, we'll get it back up and running. Right now, we are stopped.
There you go. And we're up. The other guys for Penns Valley want to stick them out. Quarterback is number 16, Riley Drungard. 5'11", 225. Got some size on him. Senior. 23 and 24, 2 more.
You're doing good for
36, there we go. I believe Huntington won the second half. Huntington will receive right away.
And last week, Jim, we saw Huntington have good success on kickoff returns. Briar Ruck was averaging almost 28 yards per attempt last week on the 6 shots he got at it. So he set him up with good field position. We'll see if that starts out of the gate right now tonight. Just so you know, Huntington did all. You guys are up and running? We are
So,